What's up, everyone? Today we're going to go for a ride. I know crazy things are going on, social distance, we'll keep that in mind. But because I can't really do anything in the garage because I want this to cure for another 12 hours. So I don't want to be grinding anything or any, we want this to turn out really nice. Anyways, we have the engine to be cleaned. I'll do that this week. Save ourselves around $250 getting a bee blast. We'll do it ourselves. We need to pick up some of this primer because we can't use the primer I use for this because it's a different color than that, and it'll end up being a different shade than that, and then it won't look right. So all things being equal, we have to make sure we stay consistent with certain things. So because the engine and everything are all going to be the same color, we got to make sure we have the same primer and everything. So we'll pick that up while we're out. And what else? Oh, what we're going to go take a look at is something when you guys sent a tip. And I know the Supra's on the list, I know the Mini Cooper's on the list, and I know the truck's on the list, but I want something, maybe not this year, but next year, that's going to be as much of an undertaking as the Buick. So probably pick it up, start working on it next year. But anyways, it's too good of a tip not to go take a look at it. It's a 1970-71 Mach 1 or Mach 2 Ford Mustang, and I love those. But even more important, my wife absolutely loves Mustangs more than she loves Mini Coopers. But trying to find old Mustangs that are interesting enough to actually obtain, that's like hen's teeth. So we're gonna go take a look at that, and mostly so that we have a project after the Buick, because as I said, the Supra is not going to be a big undertaking. We just need to finish the engine swap and do an interior. We're not going to be going too crazy as far as the restoration. A couple rust spots, nothing big, nothing like this. But this is what I really love doing, these kind of projects. So that in mind, we want to make sure we have something lined up after this is done. It's going to take a while, don't get me wrong, but proper barn finds are hard to come by. And I have a couple from one guy that has some really beautiful cars, but I really feel like those are going to be he's not so much the I know what I've got kind of person as much as sentimental value, and that will raise the value of vehicles in person's eyes a lot, especially when we're trying to do such a crazy restoration that will make or break the build. So we'll go see what this guy might be thinking about this car and just the overall condition. So, and it looks like it's going to be pretty rough, and it's been sitting for at least 15 years. So without further ado, let's go take a look at this Ford Mustang. All right, guys, we are almost there. And of course, the rain has picked up, but we cannot be persuaded to stop. We must continue. Always onwards, always forward. Also, I just dropped the camera like 2 seconds ago. So I was like, oh, and it hit one of the spray cans. Fortunately, there was a piece of paper underneath it, and it only got the piece of paper, a little bit of paint. So, oh well. Anyways, we are almost there. Almost there. It's one of these roads here, I think. It is that one. All right, guys, let's go see what we see. Oh, I should have secured my my paint a little bit better. There it is, guys. There it is. No place to park. We will park on the side right here. Let's go take a look. Ooh, that's a lot rougher than I thought it was. All right. Ooh, boy. We're also not going to turn the car off, just because. Oh, that's a cool little old car, too. Seems like right up my wheelhouse. All right, give me a second, guys. So the deal is, it is not for sale. It was he bought it brand spanking new, and someday he wants to restore it. Absolutely beautiful car though. Not the best condition, but I mean, a lot worse things have been restored, so I know I would love to restore it. Beautiful, beautiful car. The interior doesn't look too bad. I don't know how well you can see there. Nice guy, super nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, no, the interior is more intact than I was expecting. I mean, it's all stuff that can be repaired. All stuff that can be repaired. There you guys go. How's that? This is the kind of stuff that I live for. I know it's rough. I know a lot of people probably think I'm crazy for even wanting something like this. Not that I can get it, but beautiful, beautiful car. He says he does get several people. Always has the classic plates still on it. He said it was parked here after being towed for 25 years, sitting as you see it. Look at that, guys. So he has a sentimental bond to it, and not something we're going to be able to get, but just, I know it's rough, guys, but this is the kind of stuff I love. Absolutely love it. And I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fans of this generation, but I love this. Absolutely, absolutely love it. Imagine owning one of these things from day one. I can understand why he doesn't want to sell it though. Yep, needs a lot of love. But you'd be surprised, you can get almost every single one of these panels and they all can go right back together as you see it. You never even know. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm sure she needs a new cowl. One big thing is it doesn't have a cover on the roof, so you don't have to worry about the roof rotting out. But yeah, she needs a lot. Pretty cool though. All right, let's see if we can't find anything else while we're out, guys. I took a couple of little quick videos on the way here of just cars that I know that sit. They always sit, never go anywhere. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, let's go to, let's keep driving around. Also, I only have one battery, so. Okay, guys, that was a fun little trip, and I really, 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 really loved that car. The more I was there, I'm like, oh, I need to save this thing. But someday it'll be restored and it will be beautiful. Now, I did stop by the local auto parts store, and they only had the red. They didn't have the primer. They did have clear, but I didn't grab the clear. So Tuesday he'll have the primer in. We'll pick up the primer, which actually works out very well for our timeline, because Tuesday I'm going to want to start paint that black. I do still need to order the pistons, which I've decided to go 20 over. So it's going to be, I don't know what that equals out in displacement. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, we'll do 20 over on the bore, and we still need to order the belt housing. Once it's all put together, we'll slap a right on inside there. And like I said, oh, and I need to pick up some black paint for this. I have to look into exactly the proper way of painting these for longevity. Normally I just paint them and works. So this is going to be more like a show car slash fast car, so I want to make sure we don't get any degradation on the paint. Although, honestly, it's probably going to get painted and then wrapped for, you know, keeping heat in and all that fun stuff. Anyways, but, you know, it'd be nice to make sure that it doesn't burn off or something. The other real quick thing is, I haven't decided what we're going to eventually do with the 5.3. I know that we have those heads right there we could slap on it and do another turbo application with a different intake manifold, like maybe a single big turbo. So maybe that will end up in the Supra, and we'll hold off on the 1UZ, because the parts for the 1UZ, for the amount of power that I want to put into it, are insane, like crazy expensive. Every time I pull up to look at parts, I'm like, ooh. So, I mean, it might be nice to eventually put it back together and put it in like a future project, or just put it on display. I don't know. But boy, the 1UZ parts are expensive. And a 5.3 aluminum block inside the Supra would be sick nasty, especially a single turbo. Wow. Anyways, yeah, we have something on its way right now that would be super cool. It's actually already our part. It's just making someone else's life easier, taking that frame and the cab of that old truck. So if we left the axle on it in good faith that it would be returned, he would have a lot easier time getting it off his trailer. And I kind of suggested that as an option, and I was, you know, really hoping that he'd be honest, and he is. Also, I'm trying to convince him to start a YouTube channel, because I really like the idea of his project and I want to see him succeed. So I'm very, very happy that he's bringing the part back. And if you guys, once it's his channel's going, I really hope you guys go and visit. But oh, if you guys like 4x4 stuff, there's a channel called 4x4 Legacy. Absolutely recommend checking it out. He's got some pretty neat projects. Something happened to his original channel, I'm not 100% positive, but he's got 130 subscribers right now. So I'll pull up his YouTube account, and I would like you guys to head over there and hit that subscribe button, because I want to see more of his product. Let's see here, 4x4 Legacy. Sorry, here we go. Boom. Oh, that's right. I said it wrong. It's Legacy 4x4 and off-road. So go over, take a look at his channel. I highly recommend it. He's got a lot of, oh, actually he's got 288 subscribers. That is my bad. But he's got a whole bunch of videos, and he's actually has one of my bucket list cars or trucks he worked on. It was an old Wagoneer. I love the old Wagoneers. Absolutely love them. Almost as much as I love the old International pickup trucks. So there's actually several Jeep pickup trucks I really like. They're old military. What is it then? I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, yeah, go check out his page. I highly recommend it. He's working on some pretty neat projects, including right now he's building an old. Let's see if I can't pull it up right here. There we go.
What's up, guys? Legacy 4x4, you're back again. This time we're working on a 38 again. As always, when I get really stoked about something, I immediately start working on it nonstop until things kind of die out. But I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm gonna be stoked.
I agree. I'm the same kind of way. Once I get like a bone to like a dog with a bone, I can't stop. I need to constantly be working on it. If I'm not working on it, then I'm thinking about it. So yeah, it's an old coupe, 1938 Ford coupe, that he's turning into an off-roader. So go check out his page. I really would like to see his channel flourish. That's all I have for this second, but don't worry, we'll be right back with a totally different person dropping off something else. So anyways, the more YouTubers we can get on here that are successful, the more content I get to watch. So not to sound selfish, but let's make it happen, guys.